Hello, I'm Greg Drescher, Superintendent of Warren County Public Schools, and I would like to talk with you a few minutes about tiered or staggered school starts. The first thing to take a look at is why we are even considering tiered or staggered starts. And there's two main reasons. The first being our budget or financial reasons. The current number of buses that we have in our fleet will soon not be able to keep up with the demands that transportation has. The most immediate demand is the opening of the new middle school. If we keep our current school start schedule, this means we will need 2 more buses and 2 more drivers. This would cost close to $250,000, and in a very tight budget year, this is a significant amount of money. In addition to that, budget constraints over the last number of years has not allowed us to replace buses as recommended by the Virginia Department of Education. Now, all of our buses are safe and meet all of the standards that they need to, but we're not able to follow that recommendation of replacement. Currently, we have 16 buses that we would need to replace if we are following those standards. The second reason is also important. Currently, we have 27 bus runs over 60 minutes for our students, with the maximum ride time of a couple of bus runs being an hour and a half. Also, students are waiting once they get off buses in the morning between 45 and 50 minutes before school starts, and some are waiting that long after school ends. Tiered starts help answer those two problems. First, what a tiered start does is it takes half of your bus fleet, or it takes your entire bus fleet, to pick up half of the students at a time. This allows ride times to be shorter and also gets students to school in a more efficient manner. Also, since all buses are being used on only half the population, you actually need less buses to pick up all students. You just need to run them twice. So here's the proposal. On the left-hand side, we currently have our current school start schedule and school end schedule. You can see that high school starts school at 8:20, middle starts at 8:25, and elementary starts at 8:45. So we already have a partial tiered start in place. At the end of the day, you can see high school gets out at 3:25, middle school gets out at 3:15, and elementary gets out at 3:10. So here's the proposal. All the buses would be used to pick up middle and high school students first, starting about 7 o'clock, which is our current pickup time, where our current pickup times start. They'd be delivered to school shortly before 8 o'clock for an 8 o'clock short start time. Immediately after that, all of those same buses would go out and make elementary runs. And those elementary students would get to school before 9 o'clock for a 9 o'clock start time. In the afternoons, we're taking a look right now at 2 possible end times for middle and high school, 2:35 or 2:45. It's only a 10-minute difference, but I wanted to put both of those up there to show us what we're looking at. And then a end time for elementary of 3:35. The difference, if we did go to 2:45 for middle and high school, that's only 50 minutes difference between the end times for middle and high school and then elementary schools. And we think with the fleet that we have, we'll be able to pull that off in the afternoon. So those are the end times or the start times and end times for our schools. You can see that there's approximately a 20-minute, 25-minute difference between the current start times in the middle school and a 15-minute difference between the current start times of our elementary. In the afternoon, for our middle and high schools, it is a little bit different, 2:45 if that's where we go, instead of 3:25 and 3:15. So we're looking at a half an hour or a little more difference in the afternoon. And then for elementary, we're starting 15 minutes later, and we're going 25 minutes later in the afternoon. So the difference is about 10 minutes, a 10-minute longer school day. So what is the impact on everyone, students, staff, parents, on tiered starts, if we go with tiered starts? Well, first, we do need a 1-hour time period between the two runs in order to be able to use all of our buses. School start and end times will be different than they currently are, and that difference can create some issues for folks, and we are trying to do what we can to mediate those differences so that they will still be workable for everyone. High school starts 20 minutes earlier, middle school starts 25 minutes earlier, and elementary 15 minutes later than current times. And then you can see in the afternoon, we're looking at a slightly different times as well. The 45 minutes earlier for high school and the 30 minutes earlier for middle school is probably the most significant difference that there will be in this schedule. The elementary does get out 25 minutes later as well. The impact there for tiered starts is that for the 45% of our students that ride buses, most students will have shorter bus rides, and that's a help to everyone that rides a bus. Pickup times in the morning will change, especially for elementary schools. Buses would not start picking up elementary students until 8 o'clock, so that will be a change for families. High school and middle school students leaving school 30 to 40 minutes earlier than current times, families may need to adjust afternoon bus stop coverage of what students do after school. In the morning, bus drop-off at high school and middle school would start at 7:40. For walkers and car riders, it's preferred that students not be dropped off before 7:30. However, we're looking at how schools can work with families for any special circumstances that may occur. On the elementary side, bus drop-off would start at 8:40, and for walkers and car riders, it would be preferred that students not be dropped off before 8:30. But again, we're looking at how schools can work with families that have special circumstances that 8 o'clock drop-off time or shortly after may be needed. Families may need to adjust child care from their current practices. For elementary, it is a 15-minute difference in the morning and a 20-minute difference in the afternoon. Again, the main reason we're looking at tiered starts is a financial one. In addition, an important benefit to students that ride buses are shortened ride times for many students, as well as shortened times for most students waiting at school in both the afternoon and morning. This is a big change. We don't take it lightly, and I would really welcome your thoughts on tiered starts. Are there components of the schedule described that you'd like us to take another look at? Or if you simply want to comment on the impact of what tiered starts will do or not do for you, that would be helpful as well. During the months of February and March, the school board will be studying the proposal. Please email me your thoughts and comments. Thank you.